ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿದವ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನೋಡುವ ನೋಡಲ್ರಿ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
महोदय आरम्भं करोतु.
We were discussing about the qualities of a dharmic person, and this has been explained in 3 mantras. 2 we have covered, third one we have to cover. With that we conclude the subject. Ete asrigramashaво atihvaramsi babhravaha soma rutasya dharaya indram vardhanto apturaha kranvanto vishwamaryam apaghananto aravanaha. Up to this we have covered. That is 963, 4 and 5. Now we are into the 963, 6. That is Suta anuswama rajobhyarshanti babhravaha indram gacchanta indavaha. That's the last one. And the previous mantra, there is no verb. So we have to conclude it with the help of the third mantra, where it says, Abhi arshanti, abhi arshanti. Is anuswama is there. Anu, swam, and rajobhyarshanti is there. Rajaha abhi arshanti. Abhi arshanti, that is the verb part of it. So when I take it to the second mantra, then it becomes complete. Indram vardhanto apsuraha kranvanto vishwamaryam apaghananto aravanaha abhi arshanti. Full stop. That part has to be taken to the second mantra and also for the third mantra. First mantra, the verb we have got is asrigram, they move. Now, the third mantra. For third mantra also, we end up with abhi arshanti. Rajobhyarshanti is there. Is there with swama. Abhi arshanti. Arshanti, rigatav, they move, they progress, they walk in that path. How? Plus abhi. Means, in all respects, abhi is towards. In all respects, they move towards what? Indram gachantaha. Gacchanta is they move, they walk, they tread. Indram. It's very clear Indram is in singular and it is refers to that Sachanta, the God. So towards him. So towards him, God is not a particular place because he is omnipresent. Then towards him, how do you say? Realization of God is the experience of, I have been telling, peace and bliss. So coming closer to that state, where they are able to experience peace and bliss, what is called as towards. It's not a physical road and it's not a physical destination. It's not physical, but it's spiritual in nature. And that is nothing but the experience of peace and bliss. So day after day, if the experience of peace and bliss in the person increases, if there is an enhancement in one's experience of peace and bliss, then they are moving towards Satchanda, towards Indram. Indra is Paramaishwareshali, Idi Paramaishwarya, that's the root. So the most richest, the most wealthiest is that Satchidananda. Indram Gacchanta, Indavaha. Indra is the compassionate people. Compassion, as we spoke about that Soma. In the first mantra, Soma, Indava is the same thing. Who are compassionate and who are sensitive and they easily become very humane and touchy. They are Indava. They melt very easily to the pains of others. They are called as Indava. That's other meaning for compassionate, those who are compassionate. They melt. Indava. So such Indavaha, that is dharmic people, they are Indavaha. They are very responsive to the pains of others and they melt very easily. And they Indram Gachantaha. Their goal is that Indra, and towards that Indra, Abhiarshanti. Towards that Satchidananda, in all respects they move. Abhiarshanti. How? To move, what it they need? Rajaha Abhiarshanti. Rajaha is with all their strengths, with all their capacity, they move towards that goal. In accordance with that, Anu is there. Anu is in accordance with their individual capacities. In accordance with their individual capacities, they'll be moving towards that Satchidananda. And they tread the path. Suta Anu. Suta means the children of God. Suta, children of God. Suta Anu Swam Swam, their respective, in accordance with their respective Rajaha capacities, they take the path which is directed towards Satchidananda and they move in all respects towards it. Sutta Anu Swam Rajobhyarshanti Babhravaha. So in their path, what supports them? What should they take along with them? They take all the good qualities, noble qualities, pious qualities, whatever you say. All human values, they take along with them. With the help of those only, those who give shelter to human values, they are called as Babhravaha. Dubhri Bharana Poshanayoho. In their thoughts, words, and actions, in their life, they imbibe human values and they nourish the human values and lead the path of humanity. Babhravaha. Indram Gacchanta. Indavaha. Not only they uphold human values and still they are Indavaha. Very merciful, very compassionate. Tread the path towards peace and bliss in accordance with their individual capabilities and capacities. And who are they? They are all children of God. Sutta. They are all children of God. When I say children of God, it means they are very clear that for their guidance, they have got this Satchidananda as their father, as their mother, as their friend. And they are very sure that they are not alone. We have got that great force behind us, which is guiding us, which has provided this whole area in which we have to work. That's this world. It has given us, it has provided us, gifted us this tool, Sharirindra Manas. Not only that, it has also given us the direction and guidance how to take these paths. All these things they are aware of. And they carry along with them the human values. Human values is their handpost. And they move towards Satchidananda. That's their goal. That is the experience of peace and bliss. Now, this is a dharmic person. We find so many people whom we call them as religious, whom we find call them as dharmic, but we don't find these qualities in them. It's just a show most of the time. Because when people consider a person as a dharmic person, as a religious person, they surrender to him, and the person is always benefited because of their students or disciples. So they also make a show of it and enjoy it. That's only external. A real dharmic person, he will have all these factors within him, and is not bothered about making a show of it. On the contrary, in the second mantra it said, Pranvanto Vishwamaryam. He lives like a gentleman or a gentle lady and make others also gentle. Now the qualities of a dharmic person, we can have a list, we can have a checklist. If those points in the checklist are all ticked, yes, the person is a dharmic person. If not to that extent, a dharmic person. If none of them are there, very sorry, he is not a dharmic person. He is a human being only by form. And is only being dharmic in a human life, yes, we can be closer to that peace and bliss. We don't follow dharma. If we are not on the dharmic line, we can never dream of that peace and bliss in our life. But we want that peace and bliss. That's our search. That's our ultimate goal. Fine. Then the only path left to us is the dharmic way of life. Elsewhere it says, I've quoted it several times, Na anyah pantha ayanaya vidyate. Na anyah pantha ayanaya vidyate. For our travel, we cannot find, we don't have any other path but the path of dharma. No, I don't accept it. Whether you accept it or not, it's immaterial. Whether you know it or not, it's immaterial. That is the only path available. If you want, take it, otherwise forget about it. That's very simple, straight. If we are serious about experiencing peace and bliss, this is the only path available. That's the dharmic way. There is no path other than this. This I'm stressing again and again because there are so many philosophers, there are so many people who guide people towards that goal, and they say that don't worry about the path. You take any path, ultimately all paths leads to that one goal. That's what many people say. Don't worry, take any path, this path, that path, X, Y, Z. No, don't worry about it. Go in that path and all paths meet, all paths converge at one point, and that is not true. We have to be very careful. You'll be lost in a crossroads. There's only one right royal way to reach the goal, and that is the dharmic way. That's the only way available. In the name of dharma, any other path we take, finally we'll be lost in those crossroads. Nobody can save us. It's like a maze. In a maze, we get lost. We move this way, that way, this way. We cannot get out of it. We cannot reach the goal. We're just traveling and traveling and traveling. That's a maze. So let us not get into the maze. The right royal path is there. It's illuminated. It's guided by that Satchidananda. We take it, and with all seriousness, we travel in that path, and we are sure to reach the goal. How are you sure? We become closer and closer to it. How do you know we have become closer and closer to it? The experience of peace and bliss in our life increases gradually. So we have to verify what I was yesterday, what I am today. If the percentage of peace and bliss is more compared to yesterday, maybe even by a small quantity, it doesn't matter. That means I am on the right road. It should increase. Every day should increase. And it's possible only when we lead a dharmic way of life. So what is that dharmic way of life? All the three mantras put together, you can understand. Yete ashavaha. Ashavaha means they are quick in their decision, they are quick in their doing things. They are not lethargic. Yete asagramashavo atihvaramsi. They cross over all the crookedness. Varamsi is crookedness. So they overcome all the crookedness. That is, you cannot find in the life of the dharmic person any crookedness. They are quite honest, transparent, simple, truthful. No crookedness. They never think something and talk something and do something. No, they are not like that. What they think, they talk, and they walk their talk. That's very simple, very clear. You can observe. Atihvaramsi, babhravaha. They give shelter to all human values. They bear with them the human values. They nourish the human values. They never behave inhumanly. Ete asrigramashavu atihvaramsi babhravaha. Then we have got Soma Rathasya Dharaya. Soma is those who are compassionate. Rathasya Dharaya, they always tread the path of honesty, straightforward, transparent. They never hide anything. Their whole life is an open book. Rathasya Dharaya. Ratha is the path of dharma, the path of humanity, the path of righteousness. So they tread the path of righteousness. Rathasya Dharaya. When you use the word Dharaya, it is continuous. They tread the path of righteousness without any break. Continuously. Dhara means a continuous flow. It's continuous. It's also very important to be understood because we find some people who are dharmic on and off. It's not dharmic on and off. Okay, I'm dharmic for this time, then I forget whole thing and behave in a mundane way without any values. Then I suddenly change over. I do prayer, I do dhyana for 4 hours, over. Then again, my life is different. No, it's not like that. It's not a mixture of dharmic and adharmic life. It is a continuous following in the path of dharma. That's Ritasya Dharaya. Indram Vardhantaha. For that, the tool what we have got is the Sharira Indriya Manas, Indriyas, and they continuously guard them. They continuously enrich their capacity. It's possible only when we properly use our Indriyas. If we abuse or misuse, the capacity of our Indriyas will definitely get lost, get deteriorated. They're not supposed to do it. So they always use the tool what is given by God in the right way. They use it properly. With that proper use, the life and utility of the Sharira Indriya Manas will increase, will enhance. That's very simple. Say, for example, ears. We use our ears to listen. So we can listen those words which are helping us to maintain the human values in our life. That's one way. Other way, use them for listening to, say, just for example, a harsh music with the great decibels. What will happen? Gradually, the strength of the ear or capacity will come down because listening to a very high decibel, they call it music, okay, high decibel music, the ears will go. Light and eyes. The eyes are capable of working at a certain level, light. If it is too low or it is too bright, capacity of eyes will gradually go. That is, when we use these tools rightly, their strength will be maintained and will work for a long time. We don't use any tool for that matter, any tool for that matter. Take a vehicle, for example, take a vehicle. This is also a tool, similar to our eyes, ears, and other things. Now, if I overuse the car, then it will be worn and torn very early. It will not be useful. If I misuse it, if I abuse it, or maybe I don't use it at all. I'll just put it in the garage for a long time. Then again, it will be in problem. It should be used properly. Then we can maintain it, and the car gives us service for long, long period. Similarly, here also, this tool also. So they know the technique of how to maintain the tool and use it for a long time. That is known as Indram Vardhantaha. Apturaha. Apturaha is similar to that. Ashavaha. Apturaha, they move fast. They are quick in their action. They are quick in taking decision. They are well informed. Krinuvanto Vishwamaryam. They gradually turn themselves as good human beings and dharmic people. It's a must for the dharmic people to help others also to become gentle and to become better human beings. Apaghananto Aravanaha. The mind to give, the mind to share and care is known as Ravanaha, Radhane. If they are miserly, they are not ready to give and take, if they are not ready for sharing and caring, then the whole system of human society will get into problems and will fall down. Because give and take the essence of human life. If they don't do it, it will be a problem. So these dharmic people, they work against miserliness and encourage people to share and care, to give and take. Sutta, these children of God, Anuswama, Anuswam, Swam Anu, according to their Rajaha capacities, being Babhravaha, being upholders of the human values, and Indavaha, being very soft, being very compassionate, merciful, sensitive. They are able to understand the pains of others very easily. They melt. Those Indram Gachantaha, their goal and path is that Indra, the Satchidananda, peace and bliss, and towards that, in accordance with their capacities, their best capacities, they move towards it. Abhyarshanti. And these are dharmic people. First thing is, we should match these parameters. First thing, we have to match these parameters, but we should become dharmic. And it's definite that more and more we follow these points in our life, yes, the experience of peace and bliss in our life will increase. That's a proof that we are moving towards the right goal, and these are the milestones. And our next duty is Krinuvanto Vishwamaryam. We should make others also do this and help them also to experience peace and bliss. And we should tell them whatever capacity you got, in accordance with that, you move on this path. It's not necessary I'm comparing you with XYZ and telling you are slow, you are fast. Nothing. With your capacity, you move. Don't get stagnated. Don't get stuck. Please follow the humanitarian values. Think, analyze, proceed. And the Upanishad Vakya is there. Stop not until you reach the goal. It's a famous statement, which was made famous by Swami Vivekananda. Uttishtata, prapyavaran nibodhata. Stop not until you reach the goal. Get up and move. Move and move and move. When will you stop? Only after reaching the goal, not till that. Same thing does a dharmic fellow. Same thing, he follows it. He moves and moves. By employing his best efforts, he will never stop. She will never stop until they reach the goal. Now, these are some of the qualities which nowadays it has become very rare. But it need not be rare. Every one of us, if we decide to take this path, yes, we can. And make life better for us and better for the whole world also, for all other people. Because we help them. To become that, we may need help. Yes, there are more dharmic people, and we take their help, their guidance, and improve in our life. Enrich happiness in our life. Enrich peace and bliss in our life. And pass it on to others who are in search of it. It's a world, as we understand today, is a competitive world. But Vedas say a dharmic society itself is not a competitive world, it's a mutually cooperative world. There's a lot of difference between them. In a competitive world, we never care for human values. I want to win, I want to run fast. It's a mad race. Rat race, they will call it. That's a competitive world. But Vedas say no competition. You're also in the race, I am also in the race, and I will help you, you help me, and let both of us reach the goal happily. It's not that you win or I win. It's not winning that's important, but it is treading the path with mutual cooperation. That's the concept of Vedas. It's not a competitive world, it's a cooperative world. In a cooperative world, there is no tension, there is no anxiety, there is no enmity, there is no war, there is no army, arms and ammunitions. They're all inhuman. They're all inhuman. Whereas a competitive world, it is inhuman. That's human, this is inhuman. Competitive world is just running and winning. What they do to win, nobody asks. You want to wage war, wage it. You want to annihilate so many people, do it. You win finally. No. Here the goal is also important as well as the means. The goal is peace and bliss, means the humanitarian way of life. There's a match between the two. You don't follow the humanitarian way of life, you will never reach the goal. You'll never reach the goal. You'll be always under tension, you'll be always under pressure, and you'll be always sitting on the volcano of disturbance. Can't help it. Yete asrigramashaво atihvaramsi vabhravaha soma ratasya dharaya indram vardhanto apturaha kranvanto vishwamariyam apaghananto aravanaha suta anuswama rajobhyarsanti vabhravaha indram gacchanta indavaha. 963, 4, 5, 6. As I've been telling, these mantras are not for chanting. These mantras are not for study only, but whatever is there in these mantras, we should try our maximum. We should try our level best to implement it in our lives and make our lives easy and smooth and help others also to make their lives easy and smooth. Then only we find the effect of Veda mantras. We just chant, we just clap, if we just dance and be done with that, nothing will come out. Veda mantras are useless for them. It will not be able to share its power with people. Only when they understand, when they understand the meaning and when they practice it, yes, you can see the power of the Vedas. So I discussed about this dharmic way of life and who is to be understood as a dharmic, who can be recognized as a dharmic person. And the first dharmic person you want in this world is myself, ourselves. We should make ourselves as the first dharmic persons and help others. Of course, to make it, to get the transformation, there are seniors, will take their help, fine. There are so many other Veda mantras which define what is humanity, what is human values. We have to study all of them along with this mantra. They are all complementary. Together we have to get a holistic view of a dharmic way of life and live a dharmic way of life. Be happy, make others also happy. That's the final conclusion of all these three mantras. So, thank you for the day. And we'll discuss about many more such things. For me, it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so it's Tuesday night for you. So we shall discuss again and try to understand different other aspects of Veda mantras. Thank you. Okay.